Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. This is going to be probably this is going to be a long. This is going to be a long. And I'm only showing knives. I'm not showing like merge and stuff. I'm not doing that. Um quite mostly I'm just doing what I can on, for what I'm doing. I want to show my collection, kind of like a preview, like an updated version since, I've gotten all these new ones now. Hey, what's up, Henry? So, as you can, I don't know, you can't see it. Hold on. There you go, guys. That is all of it. That is all of my collection. Like, this is like all of it. I'm not joking when I say that. Like I don't have all of them yet. I'm still wanting to get more. I need to get a couple more. I need to get a couple fixed blades. Like right now, I'm trying to hunt down the fixed blades at the moment because I need some. I need them. I need them. Please. Nah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Whatever. Anyway, let's show these. Let's show them off. I'm not gonna do these in order. I'm just gonna show them because, well, you know what? It'll take me too long to tell you when I got them and all that. So, um, I wanted to show kind of, how I have them. I actually was going to do a different version of this. I was gonna like go live and then like put all of them down there in the bottom part of my room right here, and then point the camera down. Then you would have seen all of them, and then I would have shown them that way. But then I was like, yeah, it doesn't really sound right. So here we go. Let's do this. All right. So in this box here, this little box going here. Let's just say, let's see what we can do. So as you know, I have been collecting Hinders for about getting on to 12 years. 12 years almost. It's technically 10, but longer than that, I think, because it's, 2015 and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so here we go. Let's start off with some cool ones here. Here's my Project X. This is the prototype version. I love this knife. I got this in a specialty. So it is kind of cool. It's kind of a neat little knife in a way. Um, Here's a reserve line from Hinderer. This one is made by Hinderer himself, but in a different way, which I think is kind of cool. I think it's pretty sweet, in a way, when he makes these. And then here's the other one. That one looks pretty sweet. I like this one. This one's actually one of my favorites. I like that one in a way. And then Battlefield Pickup Eclipse. Oh, by the way, this was a one-off. It's kind of cool. Yellow, blue, and all that cool stuff. So it has a 2022 tab on it, because that's what I keep on it. Anyways, This one is a Battlefield pickup. Pretty sweet looking little knife there, I gotta say. And this is a one-off. This is a Skinner 3.5. This is a very sweet bead blasted blade. Actually, this is my second bead blast blade. Actually has black DLC on there, like battle black, and also hardware is all bead blasted, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, my favorite fatty here. I put the scale on it, so that is one of the cool things about it. There it is on that side. Pretty sweet. And then here's the XM24, all blacked out, my dark horse, which I call it. So yeah, there you go. There's that. And then, so we're done with that one here. Now we can move on to some. We'll just move on. We'll just make those for last. We'll save the fixed blades for last, so that way you guys can see what I have so far in the fixed blades so far. But right now we're doing folders. So here's my Bally song. This is a pretty sweet looking little Bally here. This is actually a cool one too, because I got this. You know what's funny is I was actually going to use this as a letter opener. At one point, I thought about using this as that for a long time. But it was, sometimes, you got to use what you got to use, So, and also I made this for it. It is sewn, but I kind of made a little too, it was a little loose, so I put staples in it. So now it's just like a prototype. This is technically a prototype version. So it's literally is. I mean, I made it a long time ago. So we'll put that there. And then here is, oh yeah, here's my Gen 4 3.5. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. This one's actually a pretty sweet knife. I mean, no, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a pretty sweet knife. Very happy that I own this now. I own this. Got that in 2016. So there you go. Let's see. What have we got in this one here? Oh, my lefty. Yeah, there you go. My only lefty in my collection. My other dark horse, I call it, because I carry that on occasions. Which it's not a bad knife for what you're getting, out of a knife. It's literally like, I love it. I love it. And then of course here's the knife. Here's one knife that I've not made a video on. I will make a video on it one of these days. I need to, but I never did. But this is a special one. Came from an unknown person named the Unicorn. There you go. This is the famous knife that I got from the Unicorn. So I still don't know who he is. Let alone, you know what? I mean, if I did, that would ruin it for me. So I love it though. I still have it. Keep it in this little Hinderer pouch here. It's what I keep it in. So there's that. So we'll put those back over here. Put this over here because that is done. All right. We are almost done. I figured it'd be a long video, but it's not really. But we're gonna get into the big boys, as I call it, the big boys. So what I normally, so this is what I normally like. I showed you some fixed, I already showed you some folders, but it's like I'm very particular of what I want in a folder, you know, very you'll see a pattern because I love blue. I love the color blue, as you saw in those special edition ones. Um, so you'll see a theme in it a little bit. Oh, let's start with this one here. My Jurassic, got this one. My 30th anniversary clip. This is a 30th anniversary knife, which these are pretty rare to come by. The only thing I've done to it is sharpen it, and the clip was given to me as a gift. Also the filler tab too, which I'm never gonna. The only reason why I keep it this way, the reason I keep it that way, you know, is so it shows that a little better because it is something I like. Um, here's one. Here's another Jurassic. This one's a normal version. I actually like this one. This one is pretty cool. The only time I would carry this, like if I'm going outside and doing yard work, that's pretty much what I'm doing with this. Or if I'm doing something, you know, small, I need something really thick and heavy, and I can just beat the tar out of it, you know, kind of thing. That'd be something. Um, Here's an oldie. If I wanted to go old school, you know, one day if I wanted to go really old school, and I was like, you know what? So I carry the Gen 3, no logos. This one is actually one of my favorites, and I'm very surprised one day when I got this. I never thought I would own one. Never thought I would, but I do. Anyways, here's a here's a classic fire attack. This is a recurve, which it has blue. So there's that. And then here's the very first fire attack that came out in 2018. So this one kind of shows a little bit of wear and tear over time, even though this one was never really carried as much. It may show a little wear and tear over time, but you know what? I don't know. I don't really know. um, here's my. Actually, yeah. Here's my. Hey, what up, Paul? Um, this one's pretty sweet. I love this one. This one's actually sweet looking. This one's actually I got this one from Chef Rocky actually, and actually I like this because I like that. I like that. I love it. This one's my beater. Sometimes I have a few beater knives. You know, nice beater. I love them. You know, I'll use them. Um, my other fire tack. This one is my, going to church knife because I want to keep one nice. So there you go. There's that. Oh, here we go, guys. Y'all ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. This is for my XM24s. Well, my other XM24 is a one-off, so this is pretty cool. This one is pretty sweet. This is my only Hinderer that I have, with the blue and bronze stuff on it. I don't really like that kind of stuff. It's not my thing, but I don't know. It kind of kept it on there because it looks kind of cool. I'm kind of getting out of my shell and starting to put things on my knives. I don't know. Just want to do something cool. I'm still trying to find a work and finish scale for this one because work and finish on one side. It's my spear point. I love this one. This one's a good one to have. But yeah, I'm gonna find one of these days. And then this is the one I got from Brian, my friend Brian. And all that cool stuff. There's that one. Nice. That's pretty sweet. And here's my very first XM24. This one has been through it all. And I'm not joking when I say that. This thing has been through it all. I have a video of it not being used, but in a way. And all right, now I'm going to start with the eclipses. So this is my very first Eclipse. Kind of shows much wear and tear. Some of these may look new, some may look, used. Some I just, I'll carry them for months on end, and not use them as hard as I do. I'll clean them up pretty good because that's what I do. After a while, I clean them up. But here's my Eclipse Bowie. I put the orange scale on it. You'll see why, because I have a hollow ground. One, and this had a blue scale. I took the blue scale off because I think this looks more like a hunting knife when you put an orange scale on it. So, and here is the hollow ground. I love this one too. This one's pretty sweet. So you'll notice a thing for me. I love blue and also I love stonewash. But I like other knives too. I like, Work and Finish, Battle Black, DLC. I like all of that too. It's just Stonewash looks a little bit better for me. I don't know why. I just love it. Anyways, um, this one right here was a gift from me. This one looked pretty sweet. I got this one as a gift. That one was pretty cool. And then, of course, you cannot go wrong with the Gen 1 Eclipse. This is the one, it started it all for Hinderer when they made these. This one has a rare tie scale, which these are pretty rare to find. But here's a normal version. So this one is the one right here. This one's pretty sweet. What up, Burnt Relic? So there's that one. I like that one. That one is pretty cool. And here's the 3-inch. 3-inch version of it. It's pretty sweet. There you go. It's a pretty sweet looking little. The one thing is like when you think about a knife and you really want to carry, it's pretty sweet. There's a Gen 1 full track. I'm not joking when I say that. Look at there. That was, I don't remember, I think it was 2019 when I got this. 2019 or somewhere around there. But yeah, I got that one. And then got this on Christmas Day in 2018. So yeah, this one really is pretty sweet. This one is pretty cool looking little knife. If you want something small, this thing's a good one to have for what you want in a knife. Then I bought this one a while back. Here's a blue. There you go. Harpoon Spanto. Which I love this one. I really do. Pretty sweet looking little knife. Kind of like it. Love it. Love it. And my recent one that I got a while back, I put a tie scale on it. Some blue hardware came with it. So there you go. There's that one. That one is pretty sweet. Now, here is the Project Exit. There's my red one I got from when I worked at the booth from Hinderer. I bought this from them. This one was my user. Oh yeah, big time. And then here's my blue one. So this one had magnet cut. This one has S45 in. So there's that. And then, oh man, guys, here we go. Here we go. This one right here is pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. The Maximus. This one is pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. This one would probably be a good knife for, if you want to use it for something cool. I'm still trying to find a dagger version because that would be cool to have two versions of it. And then here's a good one, MP1, which this one is actually sweet. I like this one. I want to get. I'm trying to find a G10 version of this, so that way I have two versions of it. Oh yes, oh yes. Here we go. Now my 3-inch Hinderers here. Here's a slip joint. You can open it with one hand if you want to. It's pretty sweet. And then here's a non-flipper spear point, 3-inch, which that's pretty rare to find. Once in a while you'll find one of these that are pretty rare to find in a way. This I used to love carrying this little guy. And then here's the 3-inch. There's a Spanto version, which when I worked at the booth, I got that one. That was my first purchase. Um, here's a vintage, which this is pretty cool. I actually kind of like this one. This one's actually sweet because this one has been used, as you could tell, a little bit of wear and tear. Um, this one's pretty cool though. Look at that. I like that. And then here's pretty cool. This one is pretty sweet because this one, I'm trying to remember what year I got this in. Hey Mush. Um I don't remember what year I got this in. I don't even remember now. But anyways, I got this one a while back. This one is pretty sweet, not gonna lie. And it's pretty cool. And then here is the one my friend Terry did for. He did the work and the bullet holes looking, Those are pretty cool. I think it looks sweet. I don't know. It's my only one I got that's pretty sweet looking. And then here's the one that started it all for me. Yep, I got this in House of Blades in 2015. I got this in. It tells you how long I've been doing this. Now, the 3.5s. The 3.5s. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. Sheep's foot. I'm surprised I never made a video on this knife. I don't think I did, but I need to. This one's pretty cool. It's very shiny. Very shiny. And then here's my Battlefield pickup. This was my very first Battlefield pickup. Got it as a gift. And as you can see, there's my edge. I actually did that. That was my first edge. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet looking little knife. And then here's a Gen 4 fatty. There's that one. No. Anyways, here is this one. This is another Gen 1 fatty. This one's a sweet one. It is pretty nice looking too. And then this is one I got from the Hinderer crew when I was working for the booth. Got this one as a gift, kind of thing for doing a good job, And I still think to this day, I'll never use it. I've only carried it, but never used it. because this one's just very special to me. Here's a cool one, guys. Here's a Bowie XM18 3.5. This one's the vintage version. Parkerized blade. 01 tool steel. It's a pretty sweet knife, I'll tell you. Here's a non-flipper 3.5. This one's a pretty sweet looking little one there. I actually love this one. Was a good one new. This one's a special one. I like that one. And then here's something very special I got from Hinderer themselves. As a little something special as a gift from them. When it first came out. Mine is a early version because, well, just see, this one is pretty special. I love that. And I carry this once in a while. Once in a while I'll carry it because it is a good one. My very first knife I got in a trade, and I still have. So this was a pretty cool one. I like this. Not very many work and finish ones. You don't see them as much. And then there's that one there. That one is pretty cool. There's that. It's kind of neat looking. There's that one. And the last one is my first 3.5. There you go. So there they all are. So that leads us to the collaborations. I had a lot of different collaborations. I collected every single one of them. Well, I kind of wish I did. But here's the first one. The little ember. It's a pretty sweet little knife. It is kind of funny on how little that is. And then this one's pretty sweet. The 0566. This one is pretty old. I'm gonna have to do like a close up on these one of these days just to show you, because man, this knife has a lot of history to it. Many years of using that sunger, man. Many years. And then here's the big brother, as I call it, the big brother to it. Look at there. That's the big brother. Oh yeah, bro. Look at that. Sickness. Kind of sticks a little bit there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Anyways, here is some more of them. I have the CLS Tactical. This one has the, seatbelt cutter, actually the window breaker, seatbelt cutter, oxygen tank, that. But yeah, this one's a sweet one. I've gotten that one a while back. And then the only Hinderer that had the Hellfire grind, and it was this is the Torch 1, actually no, Torch 2. This one is actually pretty sweet in a way. Very lucky to own that. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I've had them for a while. I showed them to you, just don't remember. Yeah, I've had them for a while. This is my Kershaw one. And then here's my ZT, my other ZT. This one has the black one version. This one's pretty. This one's missing the screw, as you can see, because I did strip that screw. I just took it out because I never replaced it. I need to get a new one for it. Sadly, CRK does not. Not CRK. ZT does not supply those anymore. So there's another classic. So there's those. There's those. Um, now, 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 let's talk about a little something called fixed blades. We can talk about some fixed blades now. Um, so I have about, let's see, here's one of my, this is one of my fixed blades here. There's my Emmett fixed blade. This one has been used, as you can tell, because this one was my user. This one, I went out, I just tore this thing up. It's a good fixed blade for a lot of things. Good one too, not gonna lie. It's a really, really good one. And then, also, I actually have the custom version. I have the custom version of that. So there you go. There's that one. And I keep it in this little thing too if I'm storing them. Let's see what we be shown now. Okay. There's one that's cool. The Ranch Bowie. My most used fixed blade in my collection. Because I do use this. This thing is very, very well put together knife, I will say, guys. This thing has cut some meat with it. I've cut a bunch of stuff with this thing. And it's 3V steel, by the way. And as you can tell, yeah. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Anyways, there's that. And here's the final one. What is up? Bless me. Anyways, not final one. Here's the K bar. Pretty sweet looking little knife there, I'll say. I will say myself. So, and then here is the one. Here's the one knife that I do carry sometimes, and I do mean I carry it sometimes. This is the Flashpoint, which it has a pocket holder thing. I keep it sometimes. I'll clip it to my pocket once in a while, or my jacket. I have a little jacket I wear, around the house or whatever. I can put it in there. Never know. You got to fight. You got to fight ninjas. They're everywhere. Um, and then here's another classic for you guys. This one I do wear when I go for my walks. My TDI. This one is actually a sweet little fixed blade because it is so light. There's the sheath for it, made by K-Bar. Pretty sweet little knife. I'm not gonna lie, that is a sweet knife. I like this blade style because this one is actually way more. If you want to get it there. But what do I know? Okay. Well, guess what, guys? That is the last one out of my collection. And, well, I really hope everybody, liked that. Hopefully I wasn't too fast. I might make a video maybe later on down the road of explaining on all of them, like every single one I've gotten, what year I got them in. But I just wanted to show you kind of like a little preview of all of them because that alone, that whole collection is like I love it. I mean, it makes me happy. Hinder knives makes me happy. I've been doing it for for almost 11 years, and when I started doing it and stuff, I don't know. I mean, it's just, it just, I never could find the right brand. Probably my non-favorite knife brand is probably Emerson or ZT. ZT's mostly sometimes. But Emerson was like my favorite back in the day. No, that's all of them. That's every one of them. All of them in here, all of them in here, all of them right there. That's all of them. And I bet you if you go back to this video, if you counted all of them, I will subscribe to you. Personally, I will subscribe to you. To anybody in here that is watching right now, I will subscribe to you and I'll even comment on your video. I don't normally do that as much, but I'll do it though. Because I'm just saying, just saying, just saying, But I think tomorrow, I don't know what knife I'm gonna carry for tomorrow, but whew, you know what I might carry tomorrow is I might carry my MP1, maybe my MP1 here. That was a cool one. I got that one from a friend of mine. A lot of my knives I've had, some as you saw in this video, this live stream, look like they were brand spanking new. Yes, some of these are brand spanking new. Um, I have a few that are like that. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I know Gordon's a huge Emerson fan. A really huge Emerson fan. I already got rid of my last Emerson actually. But yeah, my entire Hinderer, not my see, this is why I'm so used to saying that so much. I have a lot of knives for trade. Maybe one of these days I'll get on here and just show off the ones that I want to get rid of. Or maybe I don't know how I can do it. But I need to take a picture of all of them together and make a post and do that. That'd be cool. But one of these days, and also too, guys, I'll tell you this. I've only traded two of my Hinderers. That's right. Two of my Hinderers out of my collection. I don't normally do that. I don't normally do that. But only if I'm like really wanting something, I will do it. But I will tell you guys, since I've been doing that, and that other person that's got them, is in love with them. And they love them. And that's what I love. That's what I love about that. Because you give something they wanted, for years, and they do that. Anyways, um, guys, I hope y'all have a good day tomorrow. Have a good almost weekend. And anyways, have a good one. And I hope y'all have a good one. So stay sharp because Hinder Knives rule. And also, have a good one, guys. Did I?